All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be tier ranking different social media platforms here in the year 2023. What is the best? What is the worst? I just wanted to do this for fun. And some of these, we're going to go through the categories. The GOAT, that's obvious. That's the best social media platform right now. Really good. That's one that I like using. I get info from, things like that. Average is something that I use, but probably not too much. It's all right. Cancer is just something I've stopped using. I don't use. I think it's a bad interface, whatever it is. And then don't use, self-explanatory. I do not use that social media. Some of these are really not even social medias. I know there's also a few social media platforms that aren't in here, like Mastodon, for example. I mean, I'll just give my take on Mastodon. I would put it in the don't use category, but I'm not a fan of Mastodon, and this is not because I know Mastodon is really far left. I think what it is with Mastodon, there's a user issue. If you have new members trying to join, it's very complicated. I think Mastodon will fail. But let's go through this actual list here. It is Omegle, and I'm gonna put it in I don't use. It's not even social media. Is that the one you click and you talk to people and whatever? Yeah, I don't know. Skype, that's another one I really don't use, but it's really not social media. This is Telegram. So this is like the messenger. Maybe I've sent one message total in terms of that, so I don't use that either. So we're off to a great start here. I'm going to get in depth with some of these guys, don't worry. We've got Netflix. So maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I would say it's really good. For me right now, I think Netflix has produced a bunch of really crappy stuff to move it down to average. They did used to have really good original shows, Ozark, things like that. But recently, it's just, I can't tell you the last time I've watched like a series and been like, wow, I've been watching this on Netflix. It's been over a year. I've had a Netflix account probably 3-4 years. It's a shared account. I'm latched on with other people, which I think is that elite. They're trying to cut that down or whatever, but I don't know. It still works. Either way, I'm going to say Netflix is average. I mean, this is not even a social media platform, folks. This is literally called, I swear to you, it's called social media platforms. I'm talking about freaking Netflix. But, all right, next one. So this is really not, I guess this is a social media. So Reddit is tough, man. Reddit has a real negative. This is what I'll say about Reddit. And people, this is a really good life advice. If you have a question about something, put the word Reddit right at the end of it, because the good thing about Reddit is you get the organic human-to-human response. So like if I'm trying to fix my Mac or something, I'll say, why is this not working? Why is this button not working? And then type Reddit at the end. And more than likely on a Reddit page, you'll actually get human beings saying, oh, da-da-da-da, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So it's, instead of like going to some website where it's pathetic and like, it's so much better. It gives you great responses. And I got to give Reddit credit. I mean, they have some crazy stuff on there that's not banned. The one really drawback with Reddit, I mean, they're extremely far left. You have to throw all the politics away. You cannot take it seriously. It's just really far left wing. It is what it is. Any political post, it's just not even worth, talking. I mean, it is, overall, like, some of the subreddits are good, but it's just very, I would put it in really good or average. It's like right in the middle for me. I do use it, a decent amount. I look on there. There's some interesting stuff. I'll say it's really good for now. The politics has got to be thrown away. I mean, you can't even, if you went on there and you said, I think, if you let a 7-year-old take TRT, I think that's probably a pretty bad thing. I mean, you'd get like 100 downvotes. You'd get called a transphobe. It's like, all right, but just let them do whatever. It is what it is. So I'm going to say we'll leave it in really good. Twitch, the streaming. The problem with Twitch is you can't rewind on it at all. It's a little annoying in that sense. Also, whenever you go on there, the unskippable ads are really bad. I think it's fine. I know a lot of, Twitch streamers, if you have what is it? is it monthly subscribers, like 1,000, you get like $5,000. It's like $5 per. And they have that whole thing where it's free if you're an Amazon Prime member, so that's a good thing. But yeah, not really big into streaming. I've used it before. Again, you kind of have to subscribe to your favorite streamers, or else you'll just watch a bunch of ads and you cannot skip them. It's not like YouTube to where you can skip them after 5 seconds or something like that, so that's an annoying thing. But it is overall, I would say, it's decent. There's nothing horrible about it, although it has come under fire. Listen, I'm not too familiar with it. I know it's come under fire for like banning certain creators and things like that, but that is what it is. Facebook, to me, I just don't use Facebook at all. So I don't like its interface. I've really never used it. I just think it's a generation thing. My generation is kind of Twitter, Instagram. The older generation than me is Facebook. And then the younger generation is like TikTok, Discord. That's kind of how I view where we're at in terms of social media. So I don't like its interface. I know they upgraded it. I think Zuckerberg's doing really weird things. Like, is it seriously called Meta now? Like, he changed the name of it. I mean, he went super into the virtual reality stuff, and I do think that can be the future. But there are problems with that. It's going to create a lot of anti-human issues if we're all sitting with goggles on the whole time. But it's kind of weird. Like, he rebranded the whole thing to Meta. I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't use it. It is what it is. Next, Snapchat. I don't use it. So my opinion of Snapchat, I mean, when I was younger, yes. Personally, if you get out of college or like, you know, you're getting older, I mean, people that are older and use Snapchat like out of college, I just cringe at that. I mean, that's something you got to grow out of, in my opinion. I understand it's easy to send people messages without giving up your phone number. I get it. I just think it's something, it's like, dude, grow up. I don't know. You're hearing these 25, 26-year-old dudes on Snapchat. That's just cringe to me, but I just don't use it anymore. I mean, yeah, a lot of people used it during high school and stuff like that, I guess. It's fine, but, you know, I'm personally not really into it. I haven't used it in probably like 3 years. Next, Discord. I don't use it. I mean, I've used Discord a few times, but not enough to give you a real opinion. It's like a messenger app. You could have little communities. I understand that. TikTok, you know, TikTok is what it is. I'm going to say cancer for TikTok. I just, you know, so there's a lot of different things you can say about TikTok. I haven't used TikTok in probably a year and a half, and that's just mainly because it's just so bad for you, really. But I use YouTube and they have shorts, so it's like, am I really taking a stand? The China thing is what it is. There's arguments on both sides. You've got some people saying, and this is kind of where I fall into, it's like, China's just getting all of our free data, man. That you can't let that happen. And then the people that like TikTok and want to keep it say, no, you know, even if we ban TikTok, you're still going to have Twitter and Google selling the data to China, but at least at that point, it's not being harvested for free. That's my argument for why TikTok should be banned. But then they bring up the bill to ban TikTok, and there's about 50 other things in the bill that would, you know, it doesn't seem like it's going to get banned. Let's just say that. So, yeah, I'm just not a fan of TikTok. Could I download TikTok today and be entertained? Absolutely. It's perfectly marketed for like, I think like a 16 or a 17-year-old kid. You get instant dopamine. You don't like a video, you do one scroll, you get another 15-second quick, you know, it is what it's going to lower people's attention spans for sure. I'm actually not even, what is this, a ninja? I'm not sure what that is. That looks like a little Lego ninja. I don't know what social media that is. Next, we have Twitter. So Twitter, I'm going to say really good. You know, there's a lot you can say about Twitter. I'm going to keep it short, and I'm going to say Twitter is the best app for just information. If you're looking for information, Twitter is really good. All you have to do is search something you're looking for. A bunch of tweets will come up. You get a bunch of different you'll get a bunch of different opinions. You know, Elon Musk taking over Twitter. It's something that inevitably had to be done. You know, the social media, the policing of it, that's where it gets really, there's like a thin line. and we could see the bias that was happening in it. There's going to be arguments on both sides. Elon Musk sucks. Elon's good. Whatever. Why is he charging us $8? I do think it's interesting, the idea, like there's a battle going on right now between Elon Musk and Twitter users. And I was even thinking about this, like, I really think Elon Musk wants to get to the point where, I mean, if you want to use Twitter, you got to pay $8. Like, because they came out with all the new, like, things you get if you pay the $8, if you have the verified check mark, and it's like your tweets get seen more, they get recommended more, they get trending more. If you don't have it, it goes in like spam. It's just like, it's so much. I really think, and I know people are going to be really like, oh, he's just doing this for the ROI. But guys, it's more than that. Elon Musk understands, for a social media company to actually succeed this day and age, you've got to eliminate the bots. And that's why I think Web3 has such a huge advantage over Web2 and over things like Twitter. Twitter's issue is it's evolving in real time. So it's not like Twitter's brand new and they can totally police it and not let any bots on. No. Back in 2012, 2013, you could have created a script that would have made 500 different bot accounts in a second. Obviously, you can't do that anymore. They have safeguards against it. When you actually sign up for Twitter, since Musk took over, you have to verify 5 different things in one of those verification things. You know, when it says like, click on all the mailboxes or whatever. They've got like really super in-depth stuff like that to try and eliminate the bots. And then paying $8, that's another way. If Musk gets his way, and pretty much everyone on Twitter, the regular thing will be, you need to pay $8. If you don't, see right now, people that buy the check mark are getting made fun of. I'm guessing what Elon thinks in time, people that don't have the check mark will be thought of as a bot. That's what I think is going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. But there's kind of like this thing, and you think about like $8. Is it really that much? Because I was thinking about it, and it's like once you get on that auto purchase plan to where you do finally, because a lot of us are lazy, we don't want to enter in our credit card. Once you enter in your credit card or debit card, and it's like an auto charge 8 months, I've been using Spotify, what is it, like $9.99 a month, probably for 3 years, and I don't even notice it. So it's like, you know, it's something that I think Musk in the end will win on, and you have to evolve the platform to deal with the bot problem, and the easiest way to do that is to charge people, and obviously it's going to help your bottom line eventually if enough people are paying $8 every month. And also you get less ads, because right now I'm someone that I don't have the blue check mark. I'm not paying the $8. You look at a tweet, under the tweet there's so many ads. But overall, I think Twitter, it's not the GOAT because there are problems with it, with bots and just overall, even with Musk taking over, I've noticed more problems with certain things trending to where it's like an algorithm issue. It's almost like the algorithm is being overloaded or glitching, and you'll get stuff that trends constantly even though no one's talking about it. So that's something they're really going to have to look into, but I'll still put it at really good for now. Like if I'm making a video on something, just take for example just a random thing, like I can literally search on Twitter and like screenshot tweets and show them to people in my videos. It's just it's really good for information, just in general. Next you have Tinder. I mean, I don't use Tinder, but I'll say, Tinder's cancerous, man. It really is. I'm sure we all use Tinder, when you're younger, things like that. I think the main problem with Tinder is obviously the discrepancy between male and female users on the app. It's like 80-90% male dominant. And then the females, they're very selective with about the top 5 to 10% of the males. And it's just a really bad way to form a connection, in my opinion. I know it might be kind of a bad thing to say, but just the whole idea of meeting your wife on Tinder, like I always used to have a joke. If I meet my wife on Tinder, we're not telling other people we met on Tinder. That's like the worst. And this is nothing against people that met on Tinder. That's fine. I know it's modern dating. I get it. But it's like, listen, if we're going out to dinner with our friends and it's like, where did you meet? Oh, we met on Tinder. It's like a freaking hookup app. It's like, it's just not, you might want to make up a story or something, but I don't know, man. I just think Tinder, it's a cancerous thing. You know, it's whatever. I know young guys are going to be horny and stuff. I get it. You know, it is, people are going to be on there. It is what it is. But next you've got Zoom. This is not even a social media. I don't use Zoom. I was not, I know kids had to use it for, elementary school and high school and things like that. I never use Zoom. I don't know. And then you've got YouTube. So YouTube has to be the GOAT. I know people are going to disagree with me, but there's really no other way I can talk about YouTube. If I'm going to, I upload videos to YouTube. This is what I do. So I got to put it, there's problems with it. I get it. Yes, during the pandemic, there were issues with them silencing people. I understand that. But just in general, I'm going to be non-biased. When you look at how good YouTube runs, the interface of it, for the amount of videos and overall, minutes that get uploaded to YouTube every single second of every single day, the fact that it runs as well as it does, I'm not trying to suck its dick. It is impressive, man. YouTube, its interface, it runs, maybe Elon Musk can fix Twitter, but like the site traffic is probably pretty similar. Maybe YouTube gets way more, I don't know, but just in general, YouTube YouTube, I find a lot less issues on YouTube. And then obviously watching videos. I mean, when you take a look at a tweet that has 200 characters versus a 15-minute upload, maybe the 8 or 9-year-old that has a really low attention span, maybe they might like the 15-second TikTok. Maybe they might like the tweet. But I think when you get older, the vlogs, just everything, there's just so much more to do with YouTube. And yes, this is not me bad-mouthing TikTok because I understand what TikTok has done. I mean, look at YouTube's homepage. They've got all those YouTube shorts now on their homepage. They've completely changed their own page because of TikTok. They want to add the shorts. Another thing, why is Instagram not on here? So they don't have Instagram, but they have Zoom. So guys, if I were to add Instagram, I would put it in really good, probably towards the back end or maybe the front end of average. Instagram, the thing with Instagram that's good, it's very simple, right? It's just a photo, and I know they've added the reels, the stories or whatever, but in general, I like that Instagram is kind of just a very simple view of someone. It just shows you photos from a snapshot of a time. There's an art to that. I like that about a social media platform. So I do like Instagram. I don't use it much at all just because there's not a lot of information on it because it's just photos. But, that's fine. I don't have anything against Instagram. I would put it in maybe average or really good. Pinterest, I don't use Pinterest. I think that's like an app for like women with weddings and stuff and you take photos and stuff like that. But that's where I would put that. So overall, I really don't use a lot of them, I guess, but you can kind of see the overall ratings there. I'm trying to think, is there any other, it's really just like YouTube, Twitter. Right now, it's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I guess Reddit might be fourth, Twitch, that new streaming one, Kick, which is kind of like the, rated R version of Twitch. I guess they allow like nudity on it or something. I don't know, but I just know like that's the new one. There's like a market for not banning people. And then you do have like Rumble. I understand Rumble right now is really just a right-wing think tank. That's nothing against Rumble. I'm just explaining. If you go to Rumble, it's just a bunch of right-wing people. Like it's basically a right-wing political YouTube. If you try and upload other videos that aren't political and aren't like right-wing stuff, the video is probably going to do very bad. I know they've gotten some big users on there, but it's overall, and this is what you're going to get with a newer site like Rumble. Its overall player, like media player, is like, this is like when YouTube was in like 2007. It's bad. But that's nothing against Rumble. Rumble is young, it's growing, I get it, but it's just not something, if you're a creator, unless you're unless it's political, you're not going to want to use Rumble. The videos will not do well. It's just the audience that they have right now. Maybe they can grow it and try and say, listen, YouTube is banning too many people, it's silencing too many people. The problem is YouTube gets so much money and then they reinvest it into making sure their site runs well. If they offer a better product, it's so hard to get users to switch from YouTube to Rumble unless Rumble upgrades their overall video player and makes their site easier to use. That's my opinion on Rumble. And then is there anything that can... I know there's Minds. That's another one that's kind of like Twitter. Mastodon is like Twitter, but I think Mastodon is really hard to use. It's like you have your own community, but it's like, to me, it's really not user-friendly, especially for people that aren't tech-savvy. So it's going to have a hard time catching on unless they can really improve the user experience, especially for new people signing up. But that's just kind of my overall opinion on these rankings. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.